Okay, Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 7. Sing Me a Song. You're finally starting to get it, Walking Dead. Although, it all rode on the back of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. The man is killing it as Negan. From the fat jokes, to the way he busted Carl's balls, to the squishing the toes between the carpets, to the propositioning of Olivia and getting the shit slapped out of him. He's killing that part. That's the only thing that really brought this episode around. Although, Jesus kind of just bowing to the fact that Carl fooled him was pretty funny too. Which brings us to Carl. Carl is, for lack of a better word, monotone. Even when he was trying to threaten Negan, it doesn't come across as a threat. It just comes across as Carl being Carl. Chandler Riggs is really struggling with being able to have an expressive face that people can read and understand what the hell his emotions are, whether he's mad or happy, or it all seems to just blend together and he's just Carl. Negan taking the iron to the guy's face, while a cool moment, anticlimactic. The whole thing was the fact that they were able to, in episode 1, bash two people's heads in and show the aftermath of it and the point of contact. Really, I don't understand why they had to pan away and go to, I believe it was Carl's face. Yeah, it was Carl's stupid face when he put the iron on there initially. But then they showed it getting peeled off, which really didn't make all that much sense. It would have been more dramatic to just show it going on and then being peeled off. The acting in this was better. It was. It kept me in it. However, the storytelling is still so slow and so oddly cut together. When you're cutting over to Rick and we don't know where the hell he is or what the hell he's doing, or Michonne, who we don't know what the hell she's doing, or that douchebag, I think Spencer is his name, I don't know, the guy who got the fat zombie out of the tree and stole his crossbow or stole his bow and whatever that piece of paper was. And I'm sorry, but if I'm Eugene and Rosita's talking to me like that, I'm making one bullet, I'm asking her for the gun so I can make sure it fits, and then I'm shooting her in the head. Because fuck that. Just belittling Eugene the entire time she's standing there. And it's stuff that's already been gone over before, so that was a little unnecessary, but whatever. But like I said, the Negan scenes with Carl were the glue that held this episode together because of how well acted the part of Negan is. And you saw the bond starting to form between the two of them, a weird bond where Carl hates him, but he's kind of admiring him because he's the fun guy who's giving the kid beer and telling him to look at titties, and he's the bad influence to Rick's constant trying to be a good influence towards Carl. I don't know that they can really do enough to make this mid-season finale bring people back. My guess would be they're going to have to go with a huge cliffhanger again to get people excited about, excited/pissed off about watching when it comes back in, I believe, February. Which brings me to another, why the fuck do all these shows do these mid-season finales? This is crap. It used to be you would watch a show, it would go the full season, and you'd be done. You didn't have this 6-month break or 4-month break in between where you're just sitting there waiting for the next half of a season to come on. It's dumb. Fucking stop it. I don't like it. I didn't like it the first time it happened. I still don't like it now. The fact that we've got to deal with 2 fucking cliffhangers when you've got one in the mid-season, you've got one at the end of the season going into the next season, which makes no sense. Stop it. The main thing here is that viewership has dropped off so much that they've got to get a shot in the arm to make people excited again. It's not happening right now at all. Nobody cares, and that's the problem. They're not putting the episodes together even as well as they did earlier on in the series. They just don't seem to flow together. It's almost like cut here, chop, cut, chop, cut, chop, we're done. rather than actual blending of anything. It was kind of cool to see that Negan's going to be shaving his face. He's going to the comic book style where he's clean shaven and blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. It was just kind of neat to see. One of my favorite parts had to be the one where, you know, he got on Olivia about the fat thing and then offered to, I believe, bang her brains out if she was agreeable to those terms. And then got slapped. Hands down, one of the funniest and my favorite part of it. And I see a bunch of people who are saying, oh, look, it's sexual harassment, but it's a zombie fucking apocalypse. Of course it's sexual harassment. You know why? There are no more rules. There's no more of the old rules. This is the new world order, and he doesn't give a shit. Who cares? It's a fucking character on a TV show. Is it sexual harassment? Yes. Do I care? No. Not at all. So, to sum it up, it's way better than last week's episode, it's way better than the week before that, and all the crap that's been going on, but it's still not there. Put the episodes together so they are interesting. And for the love of God, do something with fucking Daryl. Kill him, make him a badass, I don't care, just fucking do something with him. So he's not just looking like a dirtball who's cleaning up piss whenever Negan tells him to. And who slid shit under the door to him? The obvious choice would be, what was Dwight's wife. I don't remember what her name is. That's the obvious choice because we've been talking to him for a while anyway. The not so obvious choice would be Jesus, but the real not so obvious choice would be Dwight. I think Dwight slid something under the door to him, which looked like a motorcycle key to me. So, I guess that remains to be seen. But for the love of God, let the dirtball fucking clean up. That way, all these women who are swooning over him won't have to imagine him with a nasty, dirty, sweaty-ass fucking taint that they want to smell. Do something with Daryl. On that note, next week, we'll see how this works out, and we'll see if it's a happy video or another one of these. Later.